This is not a test. Don't expect to be impressed. Put on your life vest. Sit down your armrest. It's time to stray from the grind. Don't take my hand, 'cause you'll find no peace of mind. Side quest.
Well, howdy out there, Calamity Jane's fans. This is Authors and Dragons. And yes, we are totally doing a Shades of Grey, which, if you are a Star Trek The Next Generation fan, is a deep cut for a clip show. I am R.E. Carr, usually the Admiral of the Asshole Armada, but tonight your bubbly and friendly MC. And I am joined with two very special members of the Authors and Dragons Calamity Janes. One, Misty Massey. Say hello, Misty.
You called me special.
Don't let it get to your head.
Okay. Hello, I'm Misty Massey. I am the author of the Mad Kestrel series of fantasy pirate adventures on the high seas, the most recent of which, Kestrel's Dance, is available where fine reading can be purchased. So go out and buy your copies today. And I usually play Malibu, but today I'm just playing me.
But you know, it's not a party unless you've got a bear hat. So I think that brings us to E.M. Kaplan, mystery writer extraordinaire.
Oh wow, that's such an amazing intro. I couldn't have asked for better. I couldn't have paid for better.
The check will be in the mail this week, right?
Yes, exactly. I am Emily Kaplan, E.M. Kaplan, and I write Josie Tucker mysteries. I write fantasy. I write shingles, all kinds of stuff. Super fun. You can check me out on justthemwords.com, or you can find me as Claudia on the podcast. And when you said Shades of Grey, my mind obviously went to 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, wait, what are we talking about?
I always wondered, because, like, when I saw the title of that book, I'm thinking Riker's on a bed with Dr. Pulaski and Troy going through the worst moments of season 1 of Star Trek The Next Generation because there was a writer's strike.
I know, it was awful.
It's widely regarded as the worst among worst of all Star Trek The Next Generation episodes. And believe me, if you get me started talking about Star Trek, I won't shut up. But if you want to hear fun stuff about me, I am R.E. Carr, sometimes known to my friends as Rachel, otherwise just called Bitch. And you can find me at racheleccarr.com. It's racheleccarr.com because Rachel Carr wrote vegan cookbooks, and that's not me, but she follows me on Twitter now.
Wait. We sometimes talk about what the E stands for, and my guess, of course, was Elphaba.
It is not Elphaba, although I am a witch to my players.
And then someone said, no, it's just E.
Well, we know the M in E.M. Kaplan stands for Mushu, right?
Yeah, now it does.
Now it does. In case you're wondering, my name is a family name that also is from the Arthurian legend. And that's probably why I'm so obsessed with all the King Arthur shit.
Oh, I like that name.
I'd say I do too. That's nice.
Yes, so I am Elaine, secretly.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. It is, except it's also my mom's name, and I can totally buzzkill this whole thing talking about generational trauma.
Oh, no.
No buzzkill.
Anyway, we have one more bit of pimping to do. If you like us, you can like, subscribe, comment on when we post on YouTube, and you can find all of our podcasts on Spreaker. So, yeah, make sure to spread the word because we are the Calamity Janes, and we are fundamentally awesome and ever so humble in every way. So tonight is a night of humility. It's also, we're recording on a Friday for a change, so there may be beverages involved. Watch the coherency level and the thirst increase the more we consume.
The thirst.
Well, I'm drinking coffee, but I am painting my nails while we record, so I could get very loopy from the fumes.
How on earth?
I do love the smell of nail polish.
Do you?
I do.
It's
I
like
love it.
gasoline and highlighters. It's like
Yeah,
those
it kind
permanent
of is, but
markers from like when you're growing up and you just wanted to go sniff.
Yes.
Our poor editor is going to have to go, is that background noise or is she really imitating snorting a marker?
she really made that noise, Steve. We promise.
Yeah. It's all Steve's fault if it's done wrong at the end.
Well, he is the man.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose we have to get the clip show started. So there's only one way to do it. Everything's fine.
Everything
gonna say-
is fine.
Totally
Gonna say
fine.
badger fart? Badger farts? How do we start this? Yeah, right?
So yeah, the Calamity Jane started on a boat in the middle of their 100th adventure. What happened to the previous 99? Well, that's lost to mystery. But when we
I
started,
didn't mean to drop the notebook over the side of the boat, but I couldn't help it.
maybe one day it'll be uncovered, or there will be some sort of epic backstory, considering that we're all authors on this podcast. But when they all started off, the boat was on fire, they've crashed, and everything was fine. There was also a plesiosaur. It did a lot of damage. Care to add anything, ladies?
I roasted marshmallows on the burning ship. I remember that. You let me roast marshmallows on the burning ship until it got too damaged and was going into the water, and I couldn't stay.
I believe also that's where Claudia got her bear hat.
That is where Claudia got her now iconic bear hat from the polar bear. And for everyone who's shouting out, was that a lost call? Yes, it was a callback to the wonderful show that ended badly, Lost. I hope we don't follow suit.
I don't think we can. I don't think anything can go end as badly as Lost.
No, Game of Thrones went hold my beer. Let's be real here, ladies.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
did try, yeah.
I think it succeeded.
They didn't bring in a polar bear though.
No, but see, Game of Thrones did not spend 4 seasons going, no, that's not ever what we would do. We would never do that to our viewers and then do it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, they just assassinated every single character in a single episode.
That's all right. I can live with that.
They didn't.
No, they didn't.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert!
If you
Oh,
haven't watched-
yeah.
If you haven't watched the end of Lost, which ended, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Something
Yeah.
that long ago. And Game of Thrones, which ended, a couple years ago as well. Let's all just have a moment of silence for good shows done bad at the end. But don't worry, we're trying our best to live up to their example. And remember, we're nowhere near our final season, so you can keep tuning in. Ting!
Yay!
So yeah, got off a boat, met an old perv, was Mavis and Purvis.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you have good memory. I'm like a blank slate every time I turn on, like Roll20. I'm like, who am I? Where are we?
Is that why you play a rogue who constantly
Yes.
experiences illicit drugs and doesn't have to remember anything?
AKA Bevening.
The Bevening. For those of you who don't follow the main podcast, the Bevening is a philosophy of playing the rogue and never having to actually steal anything and just being too drunk to interact with much of anything that doesn't involve peeing on it. Don't worry, we'll get to the peeing. So yeah, the whole party ended up, after meeting some old people, discovering that they're on an island with a lot of warring factions that they just don't bother investigating and instead go shopping.
We went shopping. This is too hard. Let's go
Right?
shopping.
Come on.
And there were cats. So the other members of
Right.
the cast you might not have seen, the Elizabete, who got her clock knocked by a angry plesiosaur, and her wonderful badger Honey, who will be important to the plot very soon. There is also Elitas Moonbrook, the incredibly noble warrior. So noble, she never notices anything beneath her or pass a perception check. And of course, we wouldn't be complete without Polly Darton, the lovable country music bard. who is obsessed with cats, and the only way sometimes I can motivate y'all to actually leave a map is to have a cat run off of it. Did I miss anything?
No.
Yeah, and she goes, "Kitty!" every time.
Kitty! Meanwhile, as I say that, the kitty who's on my desk, the unsung hero of the Calamity Janes, Tsunami, the assistant DM cat, is looking at me like, yes, mother.
I want a DM cat.
The next part that I remember is just being in the marketplace for a long
Mhm.
A
time.
very long time, because all you all wanted to do was find the cat and go shopping. And I know that Claudia ended up befriending a dressmaker and getting her favorite color. What was her favorite color again?
It's a brown kimono, and that's her first layer.
Oh yes, the
Yeah,
the
that was the
layers
beginning of the
begin.
Lady of Layers.
Yeah, that's fun. I missed that. That's probably her one of her fanciest layers, even though it was brown.
Well, if we ever get back to the real world and stay 5 minutes, you can be the Lady of Layers again.
And I'm pretty sure that kimono has white powder in its pocket still.
It might still. Oh yes, the white powder that was given to donkeys. It's a white powder that tastes like Band-Aid smell. What could it be, children? We're not going to talk about it too much so we don't get demonetized. But
No,
let's
no,
just say it's an ingredient in a legacy soft drink recipe.
I think they should put it back.
Oh, every writer and ADHD sufferer in the world would be so happy.
Did you ever drink Jolt Cola back in the late 80s, early 90s?
I did once.
I remember it, but I was more of a Mountain Dew person.
It was all the
Ugh.
sugar and twice the caffeine, and
That's right.
oh, it was good soda.
It was Red Bull before Red Bull.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, I was the Dr. Pepper girl when I still drank sodas, but I had to give them up.
Yeah.
Stupid liver. Stupid pancreas.
Yeah, I gave them up a long time ago too. I mean, I have one every once in
Yeah.
a blue moon, but only very rarely. So
Like, days ending in Y. Or
no,
less
seriously. I mean, when we were at Congregate a couple of weeks ago, we went to the Con Suite and I picked up a Coke and I said, "Ooh, look, I'm going to have a Coke," and I think I drank a fourth of it, and then the rest got thrown away.
rarely. That sounds about right.
Yeah, and I haven't had any since, so who knows if I'll have any again this year.
In case you're wondering, this is exactly how our games go.
I was going to say, you know what? I've lived in North Carolina a couple years now, and I have not tried cheer wine yet.
Girl,
Girl, you have
Emily!
to try cheer wine. I can get it in
I know.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, I gotta go out and live my
You
life.
do.
You do.
What am I doing with myself?
You know what, though? I think we might be able to arrange a cheer wine at Authors and Dragons Con coming up
I
very
was
soon.
just going to say the same thing. Do I need to bring a 6-pack of cheer wine?
I
to
think
Authors
you
and
do.
Dragons Con.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know who else needs to try it? Probably, I'm gonna guess, is Steve, our English friend.
You're right.
Indeed.
I didn't even think of. I wonder if he's ever had it.
Except that it's actually decent, so aren't we supposed to give him horrible American food?
No, that's for
Yeah,
the
right.
guys to do. We can be nice.
Okay. Yeah, we are the nicer of the podcast.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah.
We're also the more organized branch, which is extremely scary because we're not organized at all.
You would never know it, though, watching us play, because how many weeks did we spend in the market getting dumplings?
I
Many
know.
of
I felt
them.
like
Some of
many,
which,
many.
and then the display dumplings might have been stolen by a certain rogue and thus fed to the aforementioned badger named Honey, which may have started the whole grand adventure of our first season campaign.
Bad dumplings and badger farts.
None of this is a euphemism, dear listeners. Not a single solitary point. So yes, as it turns out, the anus of a honey badger, when sufficiently plied with really, really rotten dumplings, creates flatulence that can open portals to another dimension, at least in this particular island.
So and then the next chapter of the story is where we meet Elizabeth's long lost. Wait a minute, am I thinking this
Yeah.
right?
Yep, long lost love.
Love, yeah.
Juan.
Him and we met the
Zhao.
exciting not
Yes,
Brandon.
Zhao.
Yes, right.
Oh yeah.
The not Brandon.
So just to set the scene, all the guys have been running around in the Chronicles of Calamity for many a year, destroying the world. The Calamity Janes are the poor gals whose lives have been ruined by them and have been tasked to find them. Unfortunately, all we've managed to do is open a portal through Badger Flatulence and meet, I guess, going back to Star Trek, the Mirror Universe version of none other than Brandon Thighmaster.
Did he have a goatee?
He
Yes.
did
Okay,
have
well,
a
there you go
goatee.
then, exactly.
What do you think I am? I am a hardcore Trekkie. Did you really think I wouldn't put the goatee on him?
No, I believe in you.
Jeez.
I trust
you.
you.
You shouldn't.
I know.
But yeah, so our party actually ended up in a swamp where the Holy Cross of Fitness Church was holding a flex tournament. And naturally, the half-orc barbarian... Nope, she's not a barbarian. She's the
Ranger,
half-orc ranger. God, I forgot
Yeah.
half-orcs could be something besides barbarian in D&D. No, she actually was probably the best flexer of the lot, but in this island of Testeros, they really don't like women.
But we didn't really care.
We didn't.
We were interested in some of us getting tans.
Yep.
Me. That was me.
Yes.
Oh, not to mention, what did the party discover in Testeros?
Ivory talons.
Yum,
Ivory
yum.
Talon, the taste of Testeros.
T-shirt now available on our TeePublic store.
Don't forget, buy our stuff. Ting!
Yeah, no, I that's what I remember the most about that world is getting to lay on the sand and drink an ivory talon and just lay in the sun and be warm like before all this with the ship started. The way I lived once.
There was a lot of taunting and drinking, and then unfortunately one of the Temple of the Holy CrossFit acolytes actually ate a carb and developed instant dad bod due to the curse of Shung Sang, the head of the island. If you can't guess all the pop culture references, I really can't be more obvious than what. But their abs were his, and that was the catchphrase. Slight digression. Your DM had this massive arena fight planned, and these encounters
course.
she stayed up for weeks to do.
Oh.
And y'all just found the portal out after drinking.
Oh, I do
sorry.
remember. I
You're not
believe
sorry.
I believe I shot Elizabeth's lover in the back. Claudia did. She shot an arrow at him.
Oh yes, you did, because he didn't deserve Elizabeth, and you were what was it? Hoes before bros?
Yes.
Sisters before misters. Sorry.
It.
There we go. That's all right. It wasn't him anyway. It was pretend anti-him, so.
Unless of course this is some alternate timeline and you've just ruined someone else's real world.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh well, too bad.
It's worth it.
Long as we get home, we don't care.
So what happens? They get out of my carefully planned encounter that will sit and be held in the GM trove of and ended up in a bar.
Wow.
Oh, the bar. I remember
After
the bar.
arranging a meeting with the other faction on the island, because it turns out one part of the faction is basically the what are they? The Muffs? Yes, the Mothers Against Fandango Fornication.
Yeah.
Hate all music. And
The
it's spelled
the
with the gnomish against with a U.
So against.
the bar is where we discovered Thatchies, is what I remember. The sedative that someone could slip into your drink. The Thatchies, not
Yes,
the
Thatchies
roofies.
instead of
Oh
roofies were
yeah.
there. And
Ah,
the orc stomper, the massive scorpion bowl of the bar. And this is
Yes.
where Claudia got 2 more layers.
yep.
A
Yes,
pirate
that's
outfit
true.
and a maid outfit.
And it's also where I believe Elizabeth they got lucky.
No. Yes,
No?
Elitas
No,
Yeah.
got
Elitas
lucky.
got lucky.
Elitas
Yeah.
No, yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the
Elitas.
bartender because we're progressive here and love knows no boundaries, okay?
Love is love.
Love is love, and the Valley of Many Wonders was explored deeply by our warrior.
Hoen be
Well,
hoen.
Yeah.
and as I recall, if Malibu and Elizabeth had kept drinking, there might have been something there too, because we were starting to get all, I love you.
Well,
But
she hasn't had the best luck with men, so maybe it's time for a drastic change.
and Malibu is like, love is love. I love everybody. So
Especially drinking and sunshine.
yep.
Well,
And
hang on a second.
yeah.
Is that where Polly became invisible?
Well, and that's what happened. Our charming
Not quite.
evening of drinking got suddenly interrupted because of the
Not quite yet,
translucence.
because
What? No?
first there were hobgoblins, and Polly discovered that she
Oh,
knew the
right,
song
right.
of their people.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And believe me, you've never heard hobgoblin music until it's in the original kazoo.
Probably country western kazoo.
And the performance was actually so stirring that nobody noticed that the badger ate some scraps off the floor in the bar.
That's right.
So, with the mighty power of song combined with more badger flatulence, everyone's good time got interrupted, and the whole party.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder if
Right.
Elitas is ever going to explain. I hope she finished before she disappeared. Just saying.
I think there was a purple cloud of curtain of
The
love or
purple curtain
something.
of love was there, yes. But then everyone ended up in a happy little town, a quiet village where everyone. Nope, we cannot sing a Disney song. We do not want to get taken down. But you know what we're thinking. A happy little flower town where suddenly they meet the president of the Muffs, but younger. And they also meet another would-be country music bard whose last name happens to be Darton. Fanny Darton. Dun dun
That's
dun.
right. That's right. And there was an old turtle guy. I wanted to take his shell before I learned that the shell is part of the spine.
Yes, it's
But-
actually his rib cage.
Rib cage.
Yeah. I remember having to explain that in great detail.
That Claudia wouldn't be able to pluck it off and wear it on her head.
No, it doesn't work that way. It still doesn't work that way.
It still
it-
would have made it
It
good.
would have looked good. And everything's
Oh,
about
I
the
need it.
look.
I know. She needs a hat, darn it.
You
Another
have a fair-
another hat.
Although trapped in this weird past, you missed your hat. It disappeared
True.
because it was before you ever got it. Dun dun dun. And yes, this is where, when the lovely bard ran away and all hell broke loose, Polly started to get a little back to the future-y and start fading to translucency. Because as it turned out, we had gone back to the hick future.
Yep.
Or at least that's what it seemed. And thus, the whole party had to find one rakish half-elven bard by the name of Fandango the Fantastical, normally played by John Hartness in the main Chronicles of Calamity game. You should check it out. Ding! So what happened next, ladies? Don't let me keep talking, because you know I will.
A lot of horny Fandango trying to sleep with just about anybody,
Yeah, if you stood still too long.
including his own possible offspring.
Until we finally made him understand that it was his possible offspring. And then he
We'll
kind of
give him
backed
credit.
off.
It's the one
Yeah.
time Fandango said, "Oh no, not doing that."
He did.
He did. He got a little squicked
Yep.
out, for sure.
Yes, we managed. Notice, we managed to squick out Fandango, not the boys.
And then at one point he turned French, but I don't remember
Yes, he
why.
did.
That's coming up. The French
Okay,
is coming.
okay.
Thank God he didn't roll higher because I don't think anyone wants to hear him attempt a Danish accent. Wild Magic Tables, serving DM since 1977.
I would have preferred a Danish accent to what I had to go through, but we're not there yet. So
But yeah, the whole, long story short, they meet an incredibly stick up the butt paladin named Bella DeBall. And when Fandango blows her off and goes for Fanny Darton, Polly actually disappears more. Intrigue, drama, family lies. It turns out that our own Polly Darton is actually the daughter of a paladin of Tuareg. Because we have to say it differently so they don't sue us.
and you know what? You know what? I could put my hand right through her middle, and it didn't
And you
hurt.
did.
And I did, and it didn't hurt.
So needless to say, we spent several adventures just exploring Polly's translucency and incorporeal nature, and eventually I just had to send him to a spa dungeon.
We
But
were
not
stressed.
before.
I don't think she was really upset till her boobs disappeared.
Everyone was upset when Polly's boobs disappeared. It's a great tragedy.
Yes.
But yes, somehow, I just would like it known that this is the party I sent to a dungeon, and they managed to, in the next game, lock the door to it by peeing on braziers.
Not me.
We didn't know.
You
Okay,
never
it was
even checked if the door was open. You just immediately started breaking things.
Closed doors in D&D are locked, because they are.
This is what they got for assuming. Claudia, would you like to describe the exact nature of how you closed the door?
okay. So there were these 4 braziers for outside of, and there was something in the middle
A
too.
sword and a
I don't know.
stone.
Sword and a oh, how could I forget?
No one
Okay.
can forget what Fandango did to that sword. It's not repeatable. We'll be demonetized for this video.
4 braziers outside the door, and there was a rhyme or riddle we had to solve about water.
Yeah, basically don't piss in the wind in Elvish.
Right.
So naturally, Fandango said, "Okay, so we have to pee on the braziers," and Claudia agreed immediately, of course.
And there were fairies flying around everywhere going, "Hey, listen."
That's right.
Yeah, I think they ended up on a platter as an appetizer later.
Ew, really?
You ate them.
No, I didn't. Did
Pretty
I?
sure you did.
Oh my god. I must have been drunk. Or stoned.
You were.
Or something.
I do not recall eating fairies.
No, you
but-
didn't, Claudia.
Oh wow, oh, that's unexpected.
Now I'm freaked out. Now, Malibu's going to have to go and do penance or something.
No,
because-
you just had the facial with their blood on it. I believe it was actually Elizabeth who consumed the fried
Oh
fairy
my.
wings.
Okay, yes. That sounds more like it.
You still had their thing on
I
the...
did have the facial, yes, I know.
Mhm.
But I needed it. It'd been a really long time. And I'd been at sea. And I'd walked through 2 clouds of badger farts. So I needed a facial really bad.
There were a lot of facials. Yes, as it turns out, the place they were trying to enter was actually a spa for monsters with a Jorge the Gelatinous Cube as a janitor, and there were orcs, there was a baby owl bear that Claudia did unspeakable things to. Just kidding.
Oh, she
Me.
I just wanted to
didn't.
take it with me. That's all.
No, you had the dire bear, didn't you?
Oh, the dire bear. Yeah.
The baby dire bear.
He didn't want to leave his mama.
There were were-sharks in the hot tubs. There was a plesiosaur hidden in the room, and nobody triggered it, and I'm very sad.
Oh, man. Dang, we're terrible.
It's okay. But eventually, with Fandango's help, y'all ended up finding the paladin after facing 3 mighty sphinxes.
Oh, yes.
But instead
the
of
Riddlers.
riddles,
The Riddlers. Yeah.
they basically told dad jokes.
Yes, they were funny. I love dad jokes.
Ugh.
I know.
Do you know how much that hurts
I'm
to
sorry.
do those? You are not sorry.
I love dad
But yeah.
jokes. I think they're funny.
But after much shenanigans, they finally solved the riddles of the dad joke sphinxes. They got the schnozberry truffles that were the favorite of a paladin and learned that they had magical effects when consumed. And that's where the fun began.
Wee.
Wasn't it sweet, Malibu?
No, I got turned into cotton candy. I was made of cotton candy, and
Was standing by a sauna.
I was standing by a sauna, and it was humid outside, and so it was bad no matter which direction I went. And then Polly tried to eat my shoulder, which was really weird because she was only half here anyway, but she somehow managed to gnaw on me. And I was gonna be gone soon. It was not good. And why couldn't I
And
be
Fandango
French like
ended up-
Fandango? Because I could have done that.
Yes, poor Fandango had to speak in a French accent. It was exactly as hilarious as intended. Like I said, wild magic tables, serving DM since 1977. But yeah, that's what happened. And the whole party did something that has not been achieved in 6 years of the Chronicles of Calamity podcast. They got Fandango laid.
Yes,
And
yes.
Polly was saved.
Thank you.
Let's all have a moment of silence for porking the paladin and saving the bard.
That's true.
Also available on a shirt from our TeePublic store. Just saying. But yeah, I think that's kind of the story thus far. They managed to escape after saving Polly through... They discovered a portal when they found that the perfectly innocuous and mentioned obnoxiously at least 5 or 6 times in the stalls earlier, the alchemy potion dealer was in this past dream. And they tried chasing her, and that's when they found the portal. And they all ended up back on a cart with the cocaine donkeys. Yeah, that's a thing. Going to parts unknown.
And when we're not getting transported to strange portal lands through Badger Farts, we actually have a mission we're supposed to be doing involving someone named Charlie and an orb that we aren't sure who's carrying.
Bosley.
And Bosley,
Yes.
yes. I don't even know where Bosley is. Or have
No
we
one
found him
knows.
yet? Okay.
No.
We haven't found him yet, so.
But yes, so that's the story so far. Why don't you stay tuned after this quick commercial break, and we'll talk about the story to come. Dun dun dun! Oh wow, what a thrilling sponsored break! We've talked about where the story was. Let's talk about where the story's going. Not that whatever I plan, these guys will actually do.
No.
I mean, we did start off. There was these breadcrumbs left that you're working for a guy named Charlie. Bunch of pretty young adventuring women working for a guy named Charlie with a contact named Bosley, and there was supposed to be an orb to contact them, and you keep losing it.
Well, Elitas was carrying it last I saw, so.
Yeah, she's probably the most responsible of us just because she doesn't care.
So yeah, who knows? Maybe that plot thread will come, or maybe I'm just going to throw a bunch of alcohol at y'all ladies, because that seems to be highly motivational. What do you think
That would
about
work.
that?
Absolutely.
I'm good with that.
Cats, food, or alcohol. We're there.
Yeah.
It's true. They're like golden retrievers. They're highly food motivated.
Well, I do worship the party and sunshine gods, so come on.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Sharonay, because clearly it's not Serenay from, Pathfinder.
No,
But
not
yeah,
her.
Sherry's gotta be wondering what her loyal servant's doing. Like, have you done anything good lately, Malibu?
Yes. I helped was he a demon? The creature in the
The
spa
hobgoblin shaman guy?
he was wanting to kill himself. And
The chained up guy. Wait a
oh no,
minute.
No,
that was Elizabete that helped him.
yeah,
That was Tim.
Tim the Oni, that she ended up having a strong romantic connection, even though I had an Oni for y'all to fight. God, it's like F-Boy Island.
Love conquers all.
Love is love, man.
It
Exactly.
doesn't matter if they're a big blue Oni named Tim.
Hey, she's a big blue orc lady, so
She's not blue.
she's not
She's
blue.
purple.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look, okay, I know
blue
I'm
go together.
partially colorblind, but I know they're different.
Oh, I just forgot. I'm not
But yeah,
looking
it
at
is
the picture.
about. I think it's about time that Sharonay might actually have some things for you to do while you've been off gallivanting and dancing through badger fart portals. Like, what's happened to the poor people of the Isles of Testeros?
Not my fault. I didn't know
That
the
sounds
badger
like Twitter
fart cloud was there.
And what about Claudia?
I
What
didn't know
are her
Claudia
hopes
was
and
there.
dreams? And
Um,
tell me
She
your
would like-
5-year plan as a rogue.
she would like more hats, more layers to wear.
She
Yeah.
wants to eventually
I don't know.
become this round person that's nothing but layers and layers of clothes. And you can hardly find her head because it's buried under all the jackets and coats and capes and stuff. And she kind of walks around without bending her legs too much because then she'll fall over.
I have to ask though, how does Claudia go to the bathroom?
Well, she's not that concerned about cleanliness all that much. Like her counterpart, Klaus, who may or may not resemble her long lost twin. She she's a living in the moment kind of person. Although she does love bears, so anytime she can be reunited with a bear or have one in her company, she'll be happy about that.
Did I ever tell you about when a baby bear left me a hickey?
What?
Hold on. In true Calamity Jane's fashion, we have a sidestep. Tell us more, Misty.
I used to teach preschool, and there's a place not far from here, about an hour from where I live, and where I taught, called the Lazy Five Ranch. And it's a place where they take in exotic animals and give them a home until for the rest of their lives. And so you never know what they're going to have. They've had camels, they've had tigers, lions, alligators, all kinds of animals that they take in to rehab and live peacefully there. And we could take our kids up there on field trips to see the animals, like visiting a zoo, except there are no cages. All the animals live in their own areas, and you just walk through the pathways that are fenced off, and you can see all the animals. So we had just been up at Lazy Five Ranch, and we'd seen all the animals, and we had our lunch, and we were getting ready to get on the van, and the woman who was in charge that day said, "Would you guys like to see a baby bear?" And we were like, "Are you kidding me? Yes, baby bear here right now." So she brought over this little baby black bear, and it was the cutest thing ever. And she said, "Now I can't let the children hold, but I can let one of the teachers. Would one of the teachers like to hold the baby bear?" And my partner said, "No, ooh, yuck." And I said, "Give me the bear. Give me the bear yesterday." And so
Everyone sane says, "Give me the bear."
right?
Yeah, I was like, how many people did you knock over to get to the front?
See, y'all know me. I'm pushing through. Give me the bear. So anyway, they hand me this bear, and it's precious. It's fluffy and it's sweet. It's very clean because they've kept it clean, and it gets all snugly up on my arm. And the teacher is talking to my class about bears and their habitats and stuff. And this bear is just snuggling on me and loving on me. And after a minute, I realized the bear is not just snuggling, the bear is sucking. And it had hold of my arm and was sucking like nobody's business. And I went
It thought you was mama.
and I went home with a hickey on my arm from the baby bear.
Worth it.
Yep, it was absolutely worth it.
So you've held a bear. I've pet a baby tiger. We now need to get a lion for you.
Oh my.
Too. Exactly.
I don't have any encounters with a lion to tell you about, but when I was little, growing up in Arizona, walking home from the bus stop, I was maybe like 6 or 7, kindergarten, and I got chased half a block by a javelina. That's a wild pig.
Oh, yikes.
Mama, and hurt because she was protecting her babies. But I was really short. I am really short, but I was shorter then as a 7-year-old, and javelinas are like mamas are probably 2 feet tall, at least 2.5 feet tall. They're kind of, a big pig. And that was scary.
Wild desert boars. I actually knew what they were from playing Horizon Zero Dawn because they're everywhere around the post-apocalyptic Las Vegas, because Lord knows they're spiteful enough to survive. But yeah, they're very cool.
I had a sudden flashback to the meme last year of the 30 to 50 feral pigs getting in people's yards.
Yes.
I know somebody who's like obsessed with it, and obviously we should pimp our lovely Sue London, who plays Elizabeth, in that she has written a taken by the 40 to 50 feral hog type romance. So please check her out at bysuelondon.com. We got to pimp all our friends and family.
Yes, we do.
You can find Teresa and Melissa, who are Elatos and Polly, on falstaffbooks.com. And soon you're going to find both E.M. Kaplan and myself and Misty Massey. It's like an infinity gauntlet of the Calamity Jane. So check out falstaffpress.com.
Yes.
That is the website, right?
I think it's Falstaff Books.
Falstaffbooks.com.
Just search Falstaff Books and you'll find it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No, I'm not. It's not an uh-oh. The assistant cat DM needed a snuggle.
No, I thought it was me. I thought I had dropped out, so.
It's not you, it's me. It's actually not either of us. It was a cat. Which is the most on-brand thing for this podcast ever.
Is.
But no, I guess, speaking of cats, I guarantee you there will be more pussy in season 2.
So wait, what other kinds of spoilers or teasers can you give us about season 2?
Well,
I'm dying to know.
Can tell you that there will be singing in episode 1. Now, who it will be from, that remains to be seen. I guess it all depends on how well you roll.
Dear.
Oh, yeah.
That's going in the crapper.
All I can say is you might want to bring water and warm up your voice before we start.
Oh, God. This is like a nightmare.
There might be some interesting new developments. I mean, it's been a long time, and y'all don't have a wizard in the party.
We do not.
That's all I'm saying.
We do not. Is this going to be a song that you teach us or a song that we already know?
Who knows?
I hope I know it.
I mean, come on. I am known as the girl who got Rick Gualtieri to sing a song about toast.
Oh my gosh.
There is a song about toast.
Oh my God. Okay, so if you haven't checked out my wonderful series with Rick Gualtieri, who plays Silas Kane, the world's worst paladin, and Malibu's nemesis in the Chronicles of Calamity, we actually have a series together known as False Icons, where literally there is a massive battle that is resolved with a song about toast. And my daughter, who made up this song with me when she was 5, has never forgiven me for putting it in a book.
Aw, I love that song. Toast. I want some toast.
I want some toast. I want some toast. Toast, 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 toast. And in a very fun callback, actually, this morning, my husband, who had never heard had never heard the audiobook, listened to it in the gym while Marcus, my son, and I were sharing toast and singing the song. So it was very meta. So it all comes around. I'm
I like
known a
toast,
lot
but
for the toast sign.
I like toast, but I've never liked it so much that I wrote a song about it. But so this got to
You
be some
clearly are not-
impressive toast.
I mean, I make my own bread from scratch.
Okay, yeah, that good point. Good point.
Yeah, so it's some pretty awesome toast in the Carr household.
Nice.
But yeah, my 5-year-old daughter sang this song, and it's kind of made the rounds. And I know that she's nothing like me. She's very serious and career-minded. And did I mention serious?
I think you did.
And the fact that her song is sung by a group of, well, malicious otters, for lack of a better word, I think she's still not forgiven me for them. But you should check out Second String Savior, which is the first book of the False Icon series, and you too can hear it. The chapter with that song is actually the one that got nominated for the Sovas Award. So, I mean, we are award nominated for a song about toast.
Wow.
Yeah, never gonna forgive me.
I
Comes
love
up
it.
every holiday now. You made me cough, guys. Meanies.
Sorry.
But no, I don't want to give too much away because we are going to have the premiere of season 2 of the Calamity Janes live, no pressure, at Authors and Dragons Con, which is August, 19th through the 21st
Yeah.
at the University
Hilton.
Charlotte Hilton in Charlotte, North Carolina. So
Mhm.
if you want to check out the premiere live and not have to wait, you're gonna have to join us at the con and probably buy some of our shit.
Yes.
Which you should anyway, because we're awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Have I been
Absolutely.
disgustingly positive enough, ladies?
I think so.
I know also that we're going to have some amazing free swag, including some Calamity Jane's swag for everybody who comes to the con.
I think I have seen this swag, and it is swagalicious.
It is cool.
I definitely, though, think that we need to have the real-world anagram of Amalgam, whatever. The real-world version of Ivory Talons while we're there, too.
Well,
And remember-
last year somebody brought us some.
Oh,
Mhm.
well,
Yeah.
see, last year,
Oh, it was Rachel Cardboard.
Yeah, we didn't give
Rachel
Rachel Cardboard one
Cardboard.
because she would have melted.
Yes, I appreciate it. Rachel Cardboard is such a diva, and I don't want to have to hear from her lawyers again. Yeah, it was unfortunate. I couldn't make it last year because, gosh darn it, these things that I won't mention on the podcast because that will get us demonetized, that are also a certain beer brand, kind of ran through the world, and my son is immunocompromised, and I wasn't cleared by doctors at their last minute to go. So I am cleared this year.
Yay!
I don't know if Rachel Cardboard is going to make an appearance because, as I said, she is a diva. But no, I'm hoping so. And don't forget, anyone who brings a cutie surprise Barbie will get a signed paperback from one of us. I believe that was the deal we said, right?
I think it was.
I think it was.
I don't know what the deal was, but I'm willing to participate.
Just smile and nod, Claudia. Smile and nod.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't want to give it all away. But I promise that I have planned dungeons and action and adventure and encounters, and I guarantee you might see 1 to 2% of it by the time you're done.
Oh, and aren't we doing some weird giveaways of bizarre things too throughout the weekend?
We do have some giveaway items. I happen to have, speaking of the song about toast, it's just coming right back. I have an Aragumi crocheted death otter
Nice.
Ah,
up for one lucky person.
And I have the painting of Gregor Samsa having tea with the Lord of the Flies that I did for the Falstaff team's Gishwes event last spring. So
That's
I have-
It's
amazing.
absolutely spectacular. Like, there are no words for its magnificence. What about you, Emily? What have you got for the random crazy giveaway?
Oh, wow. You know what? I think I don't even know.
Is it a
I
surprise?
don't know. Sure. It's a surprise to me.
It's gonna be a cutie surprise Barbie, isn't it? It is, isn't it?
No, it's kind of funny. I'm bringing everybody's books that aren't, coming from
Yes,
John and
yes,
Foster.
you are.
Gotcha. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not at all. I have tall children who are my minions who are loading up my car for me,
Very nice.
and it'll be absolutely
And you'll
fun.
just make the boys carry their books in when you get there.
Yes.
How many of those books are mine? You have another package coming. The last one.
I have many, including hardcovers of some of Rachel's amazing novels in the let's see, the series Undying. No, the Rules Undying series. And then I saw, what else did you get in hardcover?
The
But they
download is in hardcover,
The
and that
download.
is
They
a
look-
gorgeous hardcover. Like the new
Yes.
cover I got. Ooh, if you like
So pretty.
science fiction, I wrote one. Just one.
Just one.
Except I have Lit RPG. I'm the only person who has, if you like the Shingles series, I have a series within a series, and the last books that Emily is getting, there will be the first paperback copies of Girl 3, Girl in the Hood. The August Shingles will be at Authors and Dragons Con, Zon Willings.
Yay.
Nice. And I also have Steve Wetherell's brand new book, Everyone You Love Will Be Eaten by Wolves.
It's the
I think
most,
that was
it's
the-
so cute.
Yeah.
It's so gruesome, but it's so cute.
It looks fantastic.
And
so.
will your books be available at the con, or are you just
I
taking
will have
ours?
my books. I will have my books as well. I'll have the Josie Tucker mysteries. I'll have
They're
my
so good.
fantasy trilogy. I have some Shingles too. I do not have my upcoming Falstaff books coming out yet.
But they're so
Those are-
good. I want
They're
them.
still in production, so yeah.
I want
So
them
do I.
so bad. The good and the bad about knowing writers is sometimes you get to read stuff in advance or you learn things in advance and you just have to sit there and not say anything. And I'm like, but this book is really good and I want everyone to have it. And how about you, Misty? What are you bringing brand new, spanking and shining to the con?
I am bringing Kestrel's Dance to the con.
gonna
Pirates
sign
on the
one for
high
me?
seas. What?
You gonna sign one for me, Misty?
Maybe. Of course. No, I'm.
Also, for the people who've asked, I will sign boobs with permission.
Yeah, I'll sign pretty much anything. As I have mentioned to people before, there's a copy of The Princess Bride floating around in the world somewhere that is signed by me, Faith Hunter, and David Coe. And I don't know who has it, but it's floating around out in the world somewhere. So, bring me a book that's not by me, I'll sign it anyway, because I am not ashamed.
You were very inspiring. I got Kevin Hearn and Delia S. Dawson and Chuck Wendig to sign my copy of 4.
There you go.
And they wrote beautiful notes in it, and it's very precious to me. And I know that Rick and I sign each other's books just to be jerks.
Why not?
Usually mine says the award-winning side when I sign. And
There
you will
you
have
go.
the rare opportunity to get False Icons books signed by both Rick and myself in one place for a limited time only. So,
There you go.
and oh God, how could I forget the debut? There will be a world debut at Authors and Dragons Con. My Falstaff book, The Accidental Summoner, because I basically stomped and took Emily's place in editing. My book will be available.
That explains
It
everything.
is all my fault.
And now she knows.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
Rachel is gonna die in the next Josie Tucker, and I know I deserve it.
I mean, do you want to?
You know,
It would be an honor. Usually I just kill other people in fiction. I never get to die.
you know,
I did get to be a tentacle monster though in Tokyo Kaiju.
one year for his birthday, everybody in my writing group killed off one guy in our fiction. And so
Oh,
he was, but one person had him impaled when his car hit a light pole and it snapped, and some of the light pole ran through the car and impaled him. And
Oh my
oh,
god.
I killed him in Mad Kestrel, and it's actually still in the book. He was playing a guard, and Kestrel ran him through with a sword. But then another person um, cut his throat with a piece of microfilament, so it was right on through. And he loved it.
Wow.
He absolutely loved it. He was like, "I've been killed by everybody now."
Oh, well, there's also that the Poe anthology that you are working on.
Yes, we are working on an anthology of stories that are based on Edgar Allan Poe's titles. It's not going to be out till sometime in 23. It's a
Okay.
good time.
are we all in it though? Is this like, are we literally all in this anthology?
Rachel Carr is in it. Emily Kaplan is in it. I am in it. John's in it. Melissa was writing me a story. She may or may not finish it. She's gotten so busy with her new job that I'm not sure that she'll be able to. But if she does, then I'm going to be happily putting that in the anthology too. And yeah, we've got a bunch of A&D people in it, and then we've got a bunch of Falstaff people too. Michael Williams, Alex Gideon.
Oh my God, Michael Williams
Yeah,
is in it?
yeah, he's got a science fiction one, and it's really good. Um,
Ooh, which story does he have? What story?
he, yeah, okay, let's see. Give me 2 seconds, and I
I
can
know
tell
I
you.
picked the really obscure one here, so I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What
you
story?
you did, because I'm like, I did Cask of Amontillado because that's my favorite, and Michael's got manuscript found in a bottle. MS found in a
What have
bottle.
you got,
Ooh.
Emily?
I took a sonnet that's Be Silent in That Solitude, I think it's called.
That's
You
your
picked something
title.
shorter
The
than
the actual
That-
title is Spirits of the Dead, but the title of your
Thank
story
you.
is Be Silent in That Solitude. So,
I remembered my own. What can I say?
but
I have the oval portrait, which nobody really knows as a Poe story, but everyone friggin' knows the book Oscar Wilde did based off of it, which is the portrait of Dorian Gray. That is
exactly.
Oscar Wilde, right? Yeah. It's one of those cases of this is a direct influence and I couldn't resist it. And mine is cyberpunk, so.
I like it. I like it.
Ooh. What I always think of, Poe, cyberpunk.
Mine,
What's your genre, Emily?
What's my genre?
Yeah.
It's like a ghost,
Yeah.
well, ghost story. Yeah.
Ooh, I love ghost
yeah,
stories.
and mine's a weird western. So,
Ooh, exciting.
mine,
Yeah, we've given you a sneak peek.
yeah,
Believe me, we will be pimping it because so many of us are in it. As soon as it's about to come out, you'll all be sick of hearing of it by the midpoint of the Calamity Jane season, I'm sure.
but you'll all be very happy with it because I've been editing the stories and they're all so good. Everybody's had such a neat take on the stories that they chose, and I've been enjoying it a lot. So y'all are in for a real treat.
And here I am ready to be the last season of Lost. Ding! Cycling it back around, people. It's all purgatory, don't you know? So yeah, that's us, the Calamity Janes. You've heard a little bit about where we have been, a little bit more about where we're going, and I really hope you'll check us out and also check out the wonderful guys. Well, I say wonderful incredibly loosely. Who do the Chronicles of Calamity. We are available wherever fine podcasts can be found, or less than fine ones even. We're everywhere. We're very podcast platform neutral. You can also like our channels, subscribe, comment on YouTube. Your feedback makes us weep, but it's a good cry. And don't forget, if you want to support us and you hate all these ads that we have to put breaks for in this, you can join our Patreon. And that'll give access to the Discord and ad-free podcasts whenever and wherever you want. So check it out. AuthorsandDragons.com. Ting!
Ting.
This has been R.E. Carr saying goodnight. Say goodnight, ladies!
Good night,
Good
ladies.
night.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons!